Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Saturday, everybody. This is Deborah Hall coming to you live in the South Florida Gospel News Radio studio. Yay! And today, my special guest is Mozel. Before we bring him on, I have a couple of announcements to make. First, I want to say thank you to our faithful supporters, and I'm going to run this quick video if it plays uh, to say thank you. Thank you very much. Let me see. I don't know how to play this. Okay, so this is the South Florida Gospel News Radio, and we want to give a special thank you to the Southeast Country Estates. You can book them through Airbnb or by calling that number on your screen. Latoya Special Touch, when you want your place cleaned up the right way, give her a call at that number on your screen. And also, two great books, great reads are available on Amazon.com by Mary Hall. That's my mom. So if you want a great read or give a great Christmas gift, go to Amazon.com. You can search for the books by name or you can put her name in there and they will appear. The home recovery therapist. This is for my viewers in the Nashville, Wrightsville, Memphis, Tennessee area. You have a home project, some home renovations that you need done. Call James, the home recovery therapist. He will do it right. You know, if you need a TV mounted, if you need a deck built at your home, give James a call. In the Florida Black Sports Hall of Fame, they are always giving away sports equipment to our students in need in South Florida, and you can look them up at fbshof.org. And also the Pitmasters Association. If you can barbecue, you know how to cook and run the grill, get your Pitmaster certificate. It's absolutely free. Go to pitmastersassociation.com. And of course, my books are available. You can order on Amazon.com, all about Riviera Beach history as we're going into the 100th anniversary of the city of Riviera Beach. I want to thank those who have stolen my book from other people. I didn't know I was worthy. So thank you so much. And if you need books, you can contact me or go to Amazon.com. Well, all right now. So we're ready to get into our interview. I see Mozel. I am so. Let me tell you. Let me give you the backstory on this, and then I'm going to bring him on live. I met Mozel back in, I believe it was 2004. And he was at a festival. And I had a table set up where I was registering people to get into the Gospel Star Search line. That was our talent contest, so to speak, where we covered different states looking for gospel artists to become signed with I believe it's Malaco Records back then. And so my back was to him and I heard him sing. I was like, well, who is that? It was Mozel. And then he asked about getting into the gospel star search. And I was like, I think your talent is beyond what we're looking for. And I think that, we'll work with you and bring you with us and invite you to some of our events so that you can get on the program. But he was amazing. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring on the one and only Mozel. Yay! Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm up and I'm well.
Okay, good. So yesterday when I was communicating with you, I was telling you, and I did so on purpose because I don't think you really understand how magnificent I think you are. I compare you to Michael Jackson in my
Well, thank you. Such an honor.
you two agreed to come on to South Florida Gospel News Radio. I am so honored to have you on here. There is so much to talk about regarding your music career, you being an arranger, a composer, your videos. And I listen to you all. My favorite album, I listened all morning. And let me tell you, while I was listening to your album this morning, I was mopping my kitchen, right? I'm just vibing, I'm dancing, I'm doing fell flat on my face on the kitchen floor. Let me tell you, I would never complain about my stomach again because my stomach, when I fell forward, it kept
It's
my
crazy.
face from hitting the floor. So this is me. This is my stomach. And so when I fell on my stomach and I didn't crack my face. So
All right.
thanking God for my stomach this morning. But good morning, Mozel. I don't know where to begin because there's so much information to talk about. So I'm just going to ask you to start by telling us about how you got started in music. How did you realize you have this amazing talent for producing, arranging, singing, and acting too? Because all of your videos, they're like a movie. They're good, and I appreciate you and all of your support staff who participated in making those videos. And I tell you, I watched every last one of them yesterday and I started over again this morning. So I'm gonna let you tell all of us about how you got started in your musical career.
Okay, so how I got started, and first off, thank you for allowing me to be here.
Very welcome. Very
It is an
welcome.
honor. Anytime I get a chance to share my story of my journey of music and everything, I am very grateful for it. Um, I would have to say I actually started singing very early. Like we talking like my mother is a singer. My father can
Okay.
sing also, but my mother is she's a singer. She was the singing the Tremaine Hawkins. She was singing
Oh.
Aretha Franklin, leading those songs in the choir when she was coming up. And the joke my sister and I have is my sister said, when Mama was pregnant with me, I just took a little bit. When she, when she was pregnant with you, and she would say, you was like, give me this, give me this, give me this, and give me this. And my mama said, boy, I came out, you took a whole octave from me. I was like, I didn't mean to do that. But it was my mother. I remember we were in my sister and I were in the kitchen and she was playing some music and she hadn't yet discovered that we had the ability to sing and had an ear for catching the notes and and so she's playing the radio. I remember it vividly. She's playing the radio, we're singing along, and she stops and she's like, y'all keep singing. And that's how we in the youth choir.
All right now.
And
Okay,
that's how
that's how it happened.
yeah, yeah. And then she wanted to make sure she was involved all the way. So she then we took over the youth choir as a choir director.
Okay.
So we literally had no chance of not singing. We
So
had
let me
none.
ask you this: when y'all joined the gospel choir, did other people want to start joining in, and then eventually you evolved into like a miniature Georgia mass down there in the area?
We I would tell you this. My mother is a very devoted choir director. Like she in our I'm primitive Baptist. So in our denomination, she was kind of pretty much well known in regards to the way she directs you and the way she gets involved, engaged with them. And I picked up on that too because I love directing also. Um, but she really honed in on that choir and making sure we knew our notes, we knew our parts. If it wasn't right, she'd say
Right.
it ain't right.
So what? So was she like the Dr. Maddie Moss down there? Was she popping people when they
You
got the
want
notes wrong?
No, she'll pop me. She'll pop my sister. She, but let some other child. She's like, baby, you got to get this right. You on the wrong note. Yeah, and she was like, baby, I'm sorry. You might be good for backup. You strong. You strong. But but when it came to myself and my sister, she like I would say this. She was so dedicated to nurturing my musical gift that um, I wanted to sing. I really enjoy singing. I love singing. Um,
Mhm.
it was my sister, but I was more so like I want to sing. I need music. I was like listening to stuff, learning stuff, recognizing artists, old school artists, R&B, like all of that stuff. I really began to recognize and develop a real strong love of music. So she continued to nurture that, and I never forget. I think it was Florida Mass came out with when they did the album in Miami, and
Mhm,
Jesus is
mhm.
alive.
Oh, yes, I
And
remember.
my mom was like, you gonna sing this song. You gonna sing this song." And I learned it for the youth choir, but the adult choir was also learning it, and they asked my mother to lead it. And my mother's quick to say, "No, that's my baby song." They was like, "What?" And she was like, "Come in, Mo." so so we in rehearsal. They looking like, "Oh, he's singing, he's singing like that." And oh, I used to love me some Dolores Kane. I used to love me
Oh,
some
yeah.
Dolores Kane. But but yeah, so I got that, and then I was in the adult choir in like middle school. I was in the adult,
Okay,
and
okay.
so I got stuck there. I wanted to get out that choir so bad. But from there, the my musical gift was continued to be nurtured by other directors.
Mhm.
Um, songs I used to sing were Lynette Hawkins. There's a war going on.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was one of my songs. What's another song I used to do? I love Lynette Hawkins Stevens too. I
Mhm.
did "Time Is Winding Up." Time is winding up. That was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my songs. Uh, I literally, I was doing quite a bit, and as much as I was kicking and screaming half the time because I
Yeah,
wanted to be in the audience with my cousins, my sisters,
right.
like, but no, I'm in the choir stand with the grown ups, and no, I
And
got to
I
sing
think
a couple more
so they
Sundays
had
too.
you every Sunday, you probably led most of the songs that they had,
I was busy. I was busy,
yeah.
and I was, and it nurtured. A lot of that it nurtured. I was at a young age. I had a very strong tenor voice and very loud and powerful.
Okay.
So um, there were sometimes I was the only tenor in the choir in the youth choir, but you heard me,
Mhm.
and you
Oh,
heard
yeah.
you heard the harmony, you heard everything, and so I'm very grateful for those. At the
Right.
time, like I said, I was kicking and screaming. I was like, "Y'all need to find some other people. I don't want to be in the choir." And I literally like would get called into almost every choir. I was in middle school and the high school choir. My sister, in high school she attended, they had a
Mhm,
gospel choir. They didn't
mhm.
have enough tenors. And
So
my
they
mom
pick
was
you.
like, she was like, we need you. They need you. I said, Mama, I don't want to do no more older people choir singing. I'm middle school. I am in middle school. Let me be in middle school. But she was like, just go to the rehearsal. I went to the
Yeah.
rehearsal and they singing. And my mom was giving me them eyes because she's helping out. She looking at me like, can you please? So I started singing. They looked around like, who's this? My sister like here in middle school. I have some stories about being in a high school gospel choir and being in middle school.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's like this ain't what I signed up for.
So as you progress musically, tell us about your first album, writing the songs, producing, and just doing everything with your first album when it was released. And how did you say, "Hey, I'm gonna put together an album based on like some of it, I'm sure is your life experiences, maybe to help other people." So talk to me a little bit about that.
That first album, Mo Faith, um, the
My
soundtrack is
favorite. That's my favorite.
like I love that. I had to listen to it a couple of times. Go back and listen to it. I'm like, damn, this album is rocking.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That album. So I had pretty much the album came about. I had pretty much stopped because for a while I know I wanted to do I wanted to do R&B at some point.
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
and I remember my mom said, she said, no matter what you do, you're gonna sing gospel, you're gonna come back if you whatever you. And I was in school. I was at art I was in art student at Fort Lauderdale. That's where I graduated from. Um music video business production.
Mhm.
And so that's why I was learning my, experiment, because the thing is, I had got karaoke machines and stuff going on, and so when I had the opportunity to really, and that around that time, like after that was like 90, I want to say about. I'm trying to think when that album came out. I can't remember the date for that album. Um,
It's the
but
early 2000s, I
yeah,
remember.
early
And
two thousands.
I broke my CD and literally cried last year when I broke that thing. But I got you on Amazon Music.
There you go. Um, so I had pretty much around that 2000 time. It was around the same time I became a minister. Um,
Okay.
and really started changing up my music, experimenting. Like I love music, and my biggest thing with that particular album was I want to do gospel music, but I don't want to do just regular. And I need my music to be able to compete with the stuff that's on the radio secularly. So
Right.
that was a driving force to make sure my
Right.
stuff had a certain tone, a certain quality, a certain feel to it. That when you popped it
Yes.
in, that you like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
It's got a good
okay,
vibe to it. I can tell you
right.
that.
So wanted to definitely so that first song I did from the album was Tonight.
Mm.
Tonight gonna be all right. That was the first song that actually was done. I remember doing that song with DJ Obadiah who had Friday Night Fire.
Oh yeah, DJ
Um
Obadiah.
and so he really um I was really introduced to a platform to get my music heard, and I just began to experiment with different songs. But Tonight was the first song that was completed. Um and then after that was When Sunday Comes was the
Oh
next
yeah.
song that was completed from the album, because I was doing like sporadic stuff, just staying trying to stay relevant in the time that we were, all of the artists were really coming together at different events and
Mm-hmm.
just sharing their gift. Then I finally decided to go with the album because um, I was looking to be signed to a local label, but
Right.
they were going to have to shelve me for a while,
Right.
and I'm not one for being shelved.
Okay.
Because I'm like, no, I got to figure this out. And
So
so,
is that how you came up with the Mo Faith Music Group? You created your own?
Mo Fake Music, yes, I basically created my own,
Right.
because it was me doing it, and I had growing up, I always wanted to have a label. I always wanted to produce my own stuff, so that was always in me. I was the kid that was got the karaoke machine, was slicing tapes up and taking
Oh yeah.
albums and put them
Yeah.
on repeat. That was me. And so production, like I was already doing my own music, but I had to figure out, okay, how do you put a whole album together, which I eventually did figure out. Um, and I would tell you, God bless Fruity Loops at the time, because Fruity Loops was had me going, had a lot of us going, which is now FL Studio. But that was Mo Faith and Soundtrack of Life was basically me um, talking about my journey. Um, and the funny thing about music is you never know. Music sometimes is a prelude to what you're going to experience in your own life.
Right.
So granted, the songs were relevant then to me, but as I got older, the songs became even more relevant because there were some things, you know, I didn't know were going to come along.
Right.
Um, some issues, the thing that were going to pop up, and particularly Superstar.
Oh my gosh. I have a
So,
story for that, but I'll let you talk about that first.
so Superstar, it's one of those scary songs for me because
Oh my gosh.
I
I love
um
it.
I wrote Superstar um like on like I don't know, like I'm trying to figure out where it came. It came from a moment of doubting myself, and not feeling like I was progressing enough, and feeling like,
Right.
okay, and so I have this song. I don't, but the hard thing about Superstar, I didn't have any music. Now I can create music, I can play enough, I can like I do all of my productions, but when it comes to
Mm.
really like play, I'll be like, okay, I
Uh-huh.
think I might figure this out. But so I had this song, and I
Mhm.
remember I was a youth camp director, and and so I had a couple of my kids in the car, and I sung this song to them. I said, "What y'all? We driving up to the I said, what y'all think about this song?" And they was like, "Oh my God, your words! Oh God, Kevin, your words are like
Oh
amazing."
my
I
gosh.
worked out by Kevin, so it was like, "Oh, Miss Kevin, oh, your words are so amazing," and they always like for me to sing to them. And so I would always just, when my share that. And they said, "Could you share it at night and when we do one of our closing circles?" And I did. Um,
Yeah.
and a lot of the people that were like, "Yo, you need to really finish that song, work on that song." And so when I had opportunity, so at this time I was in between. I was Superstar. I was still dealing with the other label that wanted me to, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. So I did
Uh,
create Superstar. Then I forget the young gentleman um, that actually produced the music. I'll have to look at the back of the CD and everything. So um, at that time, it was him. I sang this song to him. He came with it. He was like, "How you want Sunny? Blue, 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 blue." Because I can mimic the
I love
instrument.
listen, the intro is let me start this thing over. As I'm listening to it right now. So get Amazon Music or something. See this right here? That's it right there.
That's
Look for
it.
this on Amazon Music. The entire album is banging. Now, it's not your grandmama's gospel, like I said before. This music, if you like good, clean, contemporary, I guess that's what they call it, gospel, you know, club banger. I love it. Every song, I love it. And when I think this came out around maybe 2007, maybe or a little bit earlier.
A little bit
And
earlier.
when I
I think it's
maybe
2004 or five.
2004. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So when I would travel from here to my mom's house, this is the only CD I play because it times it perfectly from the time I leave my house to when I get to their house. Okay. And when I broke that CD, I was like, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? But hey, Amazon Music hooked me up. And the way you explained it is like kind of like a movie. There's skits and I just love it. One song flows into another, and I just love every last bit of this album right here. It's my favorite.
thank you. But I wanted to be creative, like because I am a So I had a choice to either go into theater or go into music. That was my
Okay.
that I was looking at in when I was coming out of high school. It was okay, theater was like, you good at theater, you good at music, musical theater. I was like, but I really want to produce music. I want to be that's what I want to do. So I went with where I actually want to do. I still do the theater stuff, but music was like my main driver. So yeah, so
Okay.
that's how Superstar basically came about. And I remember the first time I sung it live. I was so afraid to
Mhm.
sing because
Really? That's so beautiful.
it was
Okay.
the
Oh, looks like you might have froze. Are you there still? Let's hold on and let's hold on 1 second and I see you now. Can you hear me?
say it again. I can't. I'm having a hard time hearing you now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You may
It's
have to go out and come back in.
okay.
Uh yeah. So what we'll do, if with your permission, log out and log back in with the same link. And if you don't mind, I want to play the audience a little bit of the song that we're talking about before we move on to our
Okay.
next topic. Okay, thank
Uh,
you. All right, y'all. So Mozel is going to log out and then come back in. And the computer issues might be on my end. I'm not sure because this good Xfinity that I pay this with the highest speed that they offer. Blah blah blah. It might be them. I don't know. But this is Superstar. This is a song that encourages you to say, you're good and special in God's eyes. Other people may not think so, but to God, you are a superstar. I love this song. Let's see if I can turn up my volume a little bit. All right, Moselle, I see you back on. But your vocals are everything. This song here, this is what our kids need to hear. And some grown-ups too. All right, so let me get Moselle back on. I love, 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 love this song. And I think the first time I saw you sing this in person, I was crying. And I was like, oh my God, he's talking about me. Sometimes we all feel a little unworthy sometimes,
Mhm.
and we work hard and we don't get the accolades that we deserve. And so your song says, hey, you're a superstar. Fear it and do it anyway. You're great. And I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move along. And I wanted to talk about Smile Again, this
Oh,
song. And how did you come up with the vision to do this great song in video? So, this I'm going to read a little bit of what you have here. This song was released in association with National Substance Abuse Awareness October and the launch of Benevolence by Mo Faith Music. The mission of the organization is to bring a greater awareness to the issue of substance abuse in our communities, as well as to assist with assessing information and resources for addiction and recovery. If you or someone you know is interested in getting more information and assistance in their journey to recovery, there's a link on YouTube on the Mo Faith Music Group, and that's Mo Faith Music Music group. And so that's where you can find more information and a link. And this is a very, very powerful video and song. So let's talk a little bit about how this came about, Mr. Mozel.
okay. So, um, "Smile Again" it was actually it's a song that's older than people realize. The song "Smile Again" actually was written for Tashina Arnold. Um, at the
Really?
time, I
So
was
that's Pam for Martin?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It was written
wow.
for her. My friend, good friend of mine, Rufus Black, was working with her, and he asked me to come by and meet her and work with some stuff. So I had an opportunity to meet with and work with her. Amazing vocalist. Um,
I didn't know
and
that.
then
Okay.
asked me to write a song for a project that she was working on at the time. And so, "Smile Again" is what I wrote for her. But again, like I said, music sometimes preludes what's you're about to experience in your life, is what I stated earlier. "Smile
Mhm.
Again" became important to me. Um, Many people don't know. I am a substance abuse survivor. There was a
Okay.
moment in my life where I did doubt myself even more and doubted myself, who God saw me as and who God created me as to be. Um, and found myself, at a low point in life, and did begin to utilize substance to just escape. Um, and dealing with that entire it's hard. I'm like having a hard time. It's that entire project, the Love More project, where Smile Again is on. It is my journey to finding myself again, which is a constant journey, which is a constant being conscious, being cognizant, being aware of what's going on, being aware of your emotion, being aware of your feelings. So "Smile Again" was a song that was literally sitting there that I had. Um, and there's so many things that you go through when you're dealing with substance abuse, and thanks to God, I kept my personality. I did. So I was able to hide it long enough that no one really knew. I would keep it together so no one knew that I was dealing with so many things. Um, and then things got a bit out of control. Sometimes you realize this: the greatness that God puts in you is always going to show up and show out.
It will.
care.
Yes, it
I
will.
was like,
You're right about
I
that.
don't care what predicament you are in. I don't care. There's some things in you that will always show up when you don't even willing to want them to show up. They gonna show up.
Right. Right.
And
That's
so my
right.
ministry was, and I tell people, whatever you. I love to tell people this part is no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're experiencing, whatever God put in you, it's there and it's gonna show up. It's gonna pull you
That's
through
right.
when you don't want it to pull you through. I found myself whenever, I was under the influence, just having a bad moment, like I would literally start
Yeah.
singing church songs, hitting them notes,
Oh,
um, ministering, like talking to people. Like I was like, my sister was like, when we talk about it, she's like, yeah, it's. She's like, it's in you. You can't get away from that.
right.
Like, and when I tell my story, people be like, so you in the base, let's just say it and be transparent. You in a drug zone and you at the singing church that was like, that's all I knew to do when things got really bad, when things got
Right.
really scary, when people will literally try to destroy you because sometimes people that you think are your friends in that setting will see a light in you or see something about you and they will come after you. They can come on. But
Viciously. I know it.
yes. And so you really understand that scripture where when the enemy comes to you guys will raise up a standard, and you really begin to
Mhm.
understand what that means spiritually, what that means in regards to even if you're not moving, God is moving. Even if you're not
That's
standing
right.
up, he's standing.
That's right.
Even if you're not fighting, trust me, you're fighting. Because what's in you and what's been instilled in you, whatever your value is regarding to being an awesome person, being a beautiful person, um, it's going to come out. It's going to show. And so, smile again when coming out of all of that.
Mhm.
Smile again became very important to me.
Right.
And here's the great, amazing thing about it. Now, the music, I didn't produce that music.
Okay.
Like I said, I got it from my friend Rufus, who got it for Tashina, and so I had this music. I said I want to release the song, but I need. So I contacted my friend Rufus Black, and who's an awesome writer. He's an amazing
Yeah.
artist. He's all right in regards to he does hip hop. He just works salt pepper work with all those Faith Evans and all. He's
Oh,
an
yeah.
awesome guy. And so I called Rufus. I said, Rufus, I need to release this song. I said, remember the song? He said, yeah. He said, I remember that song. He said, look, bro, use what you need to do what you need to do, and to better yourself, and to make sure you're progressing forward. He
Right.
connects me with the producer. First, he sends it to the producer who did it.
Mhm.
Producer called. He said, I heard that song. He said, I heard the work you did on my music. He said, never in a million years would I would think I would hear that much power on something I created.
It
He said,
is
oh,
a very powerful song. It's a very beautiful song, and it touched me. And when everybody has struggles, and like you were saying, people were judging you for what you were doing while you were in the church and singing gospel. I've been in situations where uh, I can just say that people are human, and I'm in the club and I look back and I see somebody else in the club from the church or, pastors in there partying too, so everybody goes through something that is what makes us human.
mm-hmm.
And that is where we rely most on God's amazing grace.
Yes.
Um, your music, it has ministered to me so much, and I don't want to keep talking about myself. But like I said, that Mo Faith album, when you were talking about So High and how God makes you high, the love of God is what does it for you. And
Yeah.
I can really relate to that because at one point I was drinking Grey Goose. And then I looked up, I was like, this is just becoming a little bit too much. And so listening to your album really helped me transition away from that to take a look at myself and to say, you know what, God is enough. I don't need this. I don't need things. I don't need a whole lot of people. God, you're all I need. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Let me
And
see. I had
I think that's the beauty about understanding your trials, understanding your struggles, understanding the purpose of them is to help others, to encourage other people, not to beat yourself up. And it's one thing I did realize is, like you said, I'm human. There's things, there's experiences that we all experience, but nobody's greater than the next person. Nobody's better than the next person. And that's always
right.
been my sentiment. But it's even more so now, after experiencing what I went through, and still have to be conscious of on a daily basis. And, life is a journey. It comes to
Right.
ups and it comes with ups and downs. And so sometimes you just gotta realize that just because you see a person at a low moment doesn't devalue, doesn't say they're not worthy of the respect. Because I will tell you this, there were a few awesome people that I met, um, going through that, dealing with that had similar stories, that had just given up hope, and amazingly, even talking about God in that state, you never know
You never know.
who that touched. It's just
Right.
like planting that seed. You're gonna plant the seed, no matter it's gonna happen, but it's gonna do what it do eventually. And so I say this, and I encourage everyone, if you know someone, if you someone that's dealing with things, because like I said, we all have struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge that person. Remember your compassion. Remember your heart. Remember the heart that Jesus talked about having, the compassion that Jesus talked about having, and have that, because it may be their day at one point, but it could be your day the next day. And that's something people really, I wanted people to understand with this particular album, Love More, is it's called Love More, but the RE is to let everyone else know you got to go
Right.
beyond just the average love. We speak
Uh-huh.
about unconditional love, but it's one thing to actually show unconditional love, because people sometimes grow up differently. People sometimes just don't know how to love, and
Right.
you can be that person that shows them, like, this is how you do it. I know you kicking me left and right, but this is how you do it. And then, and stepping away, it's all right. Don't mean I don't love you, but I'm gonna be there for you. And that type of mentality that nurtures a healthy spirit in other people and even in yourself, for you to realize I'm not gonna be a fool, but I'm gonna let you know, I love you, but these are some things, we got to get right.
Right.
So Love More it's an album about, you know, facing struggles.
So that's your latest project, Love Mo,
Yeah,
that you released at the end of 2020. And let's
yeah.
talk a little bit about your latest single that you released, which I really enjoyed
Walk
and
light,
listened to it this morning.
walk light, walk light. That is my joint. That's
I can
after
tell
the.
you put something into that one now. I was like, oh boy.
Let me tell
Very
you,
good.
walk light was it's a song. It's my new anthem for me.
Yeah.
And for others to utilize. After the Love More project is a pretty heavy project. It's a
Hmm.
pretty emotionally very heavy. Um, it did what it's supposed to do, but uh, on a day basis, I'm a very lighthearted person. I'm a very like a free spirit. I love laughing. I love making other people laugh. I love just enjoying people enjoy being themselves, and to me, that's such a beautiful thing. So when you're able to experience that feeling of realization, that coming to that realization of how awesome you are, how beautiful you are, and how no matter what everybody's got going on and saying about you, talking about you, the people gonna talk about you. It be some of your closest friends that be the main ones talking about you versus helping you, the main ones talking about you. But guess what? When you come through particular storm, or when you can begin to navigate, when God begins to show you how to navigate a storm, it changes your perspective altogether.
Hmm.
Whereas Yeah, I may have a bad day, but that doesn't mean tomorrow. If I'm here tomorrow, that doesn't mean I don't have another chance.
Right.
So this when it starts off, I got no time for this world to be stressing me too long. You've been messing with my peace. That's basically ignoring what everybody say, and I say because I have no because I have no I can't remember the words I said, but it's basically I said I won't be bothered no with and I won't lose no sleep at night because I
Right.
guarantee everything's gonna be all right. A brighter day is coming my way. I got faith and believe every single word it says. So I'm gonna hold on tight. I'm gonna keep walking light. And if
All
joy
right.
can come, I know that joy is coming in the morning light. That means darkness can. We all the way the days run. There's nighttime. There's dark. There's nighttime. There's daytime.
Right.
So after every daytime, there's going to be some darkness. But after every nighttime, there's going to be daylight. So there's a constant revolution going on in life. There's a constant revolution happening every single day. Where you can wake up in the morning and literally breathe and be like, whew, that was a doozy. That was a doozy. But I'm here today. Let me get my water. Let me go exercise. Let me do what I need to do to take this another chance. To take this the second chance, third chance, fourth chance. Let me make it rock out. It
Right.
that song represents to me freedom
Yes.
to breathe, freedom to live, freedom to grow, freedom to just be, freedom to mess up and know that God still got you, freedom to know that. Now, I'm not saying take advantage, but I'm saying freedom to know that you're in the lineup for God to say, I got you.
That's right.
For
That's right.
God to say, that was yesterday. This is today. What we doing today? What are we doing today?
That's right. So I'm going to show the that's the album. Is that with these things, right is left and left is right. But that's it. It's Love Mo. It's the RE in parenthesis. So go to Amazon, Spotify is I don't know all these
Title.
iTunes, Title. That's the latest project from Mozel. Love More. So look for that and download that, put it on your playlist. And if you like good music and you don't want to listen to James Cleveland and spiritual hymnals, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want something to minister to you with some music that you can bob to, get Mozel's music. Put in Mozel on your search, and it will pull up his songs and his albums. I had one more question. I cannot remember what I was going to say. Oh, for the people who are watching live in the South Florida Gospel News Facebook group and on the South Florida Gospel News actual Facebook page, it won't allow me to show your username, but I am sharing your comments. I have to figure that out because they have been commenting, and I appreciate it. And if you go to my actual Facebook page, Deborah S. Hall, and you're watching from there, your username will appear as well as your picture. But for some reason, I got a message that says they won't allow the username and picture to show in the group pages, but that's okay. And I thank you all for tuning in and paying attention to everything that Mr. Moselle had to say this morning. So, in closing, I would like for you to tell us how we can keep in contact with you, and then also let me make a correction on here. Your booking information. Uh, it listen when I tell you an experience in person, you have got to see him in person. And also, if you go to the Mo Faith Music with a Z YouTube page, you'll see his videos, and there's some live performances on there out of this world. You have got to experience that. So, let's get into how we can keep in contact with you and what appearances you have coming up.
Well, I don't have any appearances coming up. I think I'm just getting back into working. I'm working on a concert. I'm going to be start working on a concert.
Well,
Um,
you're gonna
uh,
have some after this.
but yeah, at this time, with COVID and everything,
Yeah.
it kind of threw a whole lot of stuff off. But I'm available definitely. You can hit me through Facebook, Messenger. Like go to definitely go check out the Mo Faith Music Group with the Z
Mhm.
.com. There's a link to for booking there also. Um, and definitely,
Oh, you know
that's
what?
how you can basically reach me. And like I mean, I love sharing my gift. And and for me, it's music is life.
Mhm.
I call it life music because I think we as Christians should talk about issues, should talk about things that we be afraid to talk about. Well, who best to talk about them from a standpoint of understanding, from a standpoint of compassion, from a standpoint of let's figure this out because I want you to survive. So definitely, you can definitely those different outlets. I pay attention to them. My management, my team, they pay attention to. So either way, we'll see, and I'm more than willing to come on out, and you know.
Listen, I must talk about one other thing. If you get married or you having an anniversary, you have to have Mozel come to your celebration and sing "God Gave Me You." I
That's a shout out to my friend, to one of the Alexander sisters, Jandra Alexander.
yes, uh,
That's
you
my
have
musical
to have
sister.
him play the song, ask to play the song, or have him to come sing that live at your wedding or at your first dance with your husband and wife after you get married. I'm telling you, you won't have a dry eye in the house. You have to have him come and do that song. And if you are in a relationship and you are truly in love with that person, you will not be able to finish that song without crying. I cried. I was like, oh my God. It's just the music and the words, and then the video that goes with it. It's just you are amazing. You are
Thank
so
you.
amazing. Alrighty. Okay, so in closing, is there anything else you wanted to share with us? And happy holidays to you and your family,
Thank
and
you. You as
you
well.
know, and then I know that you are really super busy. In addition to your music career, you have an actual career where they call you by your government name, like me. We have bills to pay,
Yes,
and
we do. Yes,
we
we
get on
do.
this good government guaranteed check every week. And so we squeeze in some time to do our ministry. And it's not easy, but we make the time to do it. And so
Yeah,
is there anything else you wanted to say in closing?
yeah, definitely. Definitely the music, and yeah, I do. For those that don't know, I actually am a coach, a life coach.
Excellent.
And trainer, so I can come to your organizations, do some work. And it's so funny is people that have called me that know me beyond just regular work will be like, "Oh, y'all gotta hear him sing." I'm like, "I'm coaching right now. I'm training. What? Why I have to sing? Oh, you gonna sing?" So I am a life coach. I am a trainer.
Excellent.
So I can come to your organization, sing your song, and teach your team how to work together as a team too. So
Excellent. Excellent.
but definitely, I just encourage everybody to just believe in themselves, believe who you're created to be, believe that you're valuable, believe God loves you, believe that there are people out there that want to see you survive, and there are people out there fighting for you,
Mm,
even when you think you're not worthy to enough to be fighting for. And I'm speaking from personal thought experiences. So
awesome.
I love you all. I thank you. Thank you, Deborah, for bringing me on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, and for those who will be watching this on a repeat, make sure you reach out to Moselle. His phone number is listed on the bottom of the screen. And then go to the mofaithmusicgroup.com and you can book him there also through that phone number. And please check out his YouTube channel, Mo Faith Music with a Z. Make sure you subscribe, okay? And check out all of his videos there. Mozilla, I thank you so very, very much. And, for your future projects, just let me know. I will be glad to tell everybody about it, as you well know. And we'll be in touch, okay? I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks. Bye bye. All right, y'all. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so we're gonna move right along because I'm trying to keep this broadcast to an hour. I have 10 minutes. If you could stay with me for 10 minutes, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. One of them being our next guest coming up next Saturday. And I want to thank Derek Stubbs for saying yes to being interviewed next week. Derek Stubbs is in the Bahamas, and he is the one who was responsible for the Riviera Beach sister city relationship with Freeport, Bahamas. He's he has a YouTube channel called Island Glory TV where he goes around interviewing people. Great YouTube channel, so check him out, Island Glory TV. He's also on the radio over there, and he's a journalist. So, as I said last week, Derek is the plug in the Bahamas. Let me tell you, the first time I actually flew to the Bahamas, you know, you go through customs, and they're looking at me like they know me. Didn't you come over here a few days ago? No. And well, what's your purpose here? I'm here to see Derek Stubbs. Let me in, no problem. So, Derek, you are the man in the Bahamas. And next week, Derek will be on at 10 a.m. right here on South Florida Gospel News Radio. Also on December 18th, I'm looking forward to our music mogul, Mr. Terry Green. Terry Green will be on here. He has a brand new book out on Amazon, and Terry has worked for just about everybody in the music business. He is the man to know. And I believe he has another musical project coming out. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about his new book, which is on Amazon.com. It's available in paperback and Kindle. Okay, let me get my thoughts together here. Oh, now, tonight, Winter Wonderland is at the City of Riviera Beach Marina Event Center. They had the tree lighting ceremony last night. They'll be back there. It will be open again today, starting at 6 o'clock. And it's decorated so beautiful. They have different themes. They have Hanukkah, they have Kwanzaa, Santa Claus. They have putt-putt golf, and they have ice skating. So I have committed to go ice skating if they let the adults skate. I don't know if it's just for kids or not, but if the adults are ice skating, since I had my preliminary tumble in my kitchen this morning and I realized that my stomach can balance me to keep my face from hitting the floor, I'm going to try ice skating if they will let me. So if I fall, I'll be okay thanks to my stomach. So Winter Wonderland tonight, Riviera Beach at the Event Center in Bicentennial Park, starting at 6 o'clock. And next week, the 11th, I will be there to see if I can do some ice skating. Okay, and then the other thing that I want to talk about is Helen Miller is coming to Inlet Grove High School. There is a concert in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the city of Riviera Beach. So, Helen Miller is the headliner. You're going to have world famous Jimmy Hicks is going to be there in concert as well. So, and did I say it's free? It is absolutely free, and that's going to be at Inlet Grove High School on the 11th also. So what I'm probably going to do to be safe, and that starts at 6 o'clock also. So I'm gonna swing by the Winter Wonderland next Saturday and see about that ice skate. I might just show up and take pictures or something. And then from there, I'm going to head on over to Inlet Grove High School. Now, this is at the Inlet Grove High School Auditorium, Saturday, December 11th, starting at 6 o'clock, featuring headliner Helen Miller with performances by Jimmy Hicks, the Lindsay family, Marvin Leonard, Bridget Howell, and Tim Duke and friends. Let me read that again, featuring Helen Miller. And this is called A Holy Gospel Night, a Holy Gospel Night at the Inlet Grove High School Auditorium, Saturday, December 11th at 6 p.m., featuring Helen Miller, with performances by Jimmy Hicks, the Lindsay family, Marvin Leonard, Bridget Howell, and Tim Duke, and friends. Free admission. And this is the City of Riviera Beach 100-year celebration hosted by Youth Recreation Association and Mothers Against Murderers. If you need additional information, you can contact Artie Williams, and it's ARTI Williams through Facebook, or Angela Williams, and they will give you the information. Again, a Holy Night of Gospel next Saturday at 6 p.m. at Inlet Grove High School. Free, 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 free. Just get there early to claim your seat. And I talked about Winter Wonderland. I talked about Terry Green. And I want to thank all of you who tuned in today. It's been wonderful. It's been fun. I appreciate Mozel for coming on, sharing. Who wants to be a guest? I think that's Ray Nelson. But of course, Ray just send me a message through Messenger. Anybody who wants to be a guest, I can have more than one guest on per show. If you want to be a guest, I will be glad to schedule you to come on and talk about what you're doing, to talk about your events and whatnot. But absolutely, please send me a email. Let me see if I can get my email up here while I still have 4 minutes left. Oh, my email is on the bottom. My email is scrolling on the bottom right there, deesiban at hotmail.com. Send me an email there if you would like to um, become a guest on South Florida Gospel News Radio. I'm having a good time. And I want to thank Mozel again for coming on and sharing his life journey. And it's not easy, talking about yourself, your struggle, something that may be painful that you want to forget. But through that came something beautiful through his music that has helped myself and other people as well. So please book Mozel. You will not be disappointed. Um, in his ministry, he said he's a life coach. When you're having these team building seminars on these good government jobs, consider booking Mozel and having him to come in and show us how to get along better. And then, like I said, weddings, concerts. Hopefully, he will put a concert together soon. And Moselle is the type of guy. When he goes out, he brings people with them and helps them along in the way. And that's one of the things that I do admire him for, is his inclusion of everybody. So thank you, Moselle. You see his number there, 754-900-9468. Give him a call. Go to his website, check out his YouTube channel. I'm telling you, if your child, especially your teenage children, you're struggling with what they should listen to on the radio, what kind of messages are they receiving through music? Get Mozel's music. He's available on all music streams, iTunes, um, Apple Music, Google, Spotify, Title. He's on it all. Just put in his name, Mozel. Listen to his music and then share it with your family. What else did I want to talk about right quick before I leave? That's pretty much it. Happy Saturday, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me for this 1 hour. I appreciate you. Let's see. The Motown, yes, the Motown, I believe it's tonight. I might go, oh, I'm going to have to go over time because I do want to give you the right information. I believe they are there tonight. And that's another great group of some of the gentlemen in that group that I work with that were part or still part of another group. Let's see if I can pull that information up right quick. Bear with me, please. Give me a couple of minutes because the city has really gone out with Winter Wonderland to make it something free and enjoyable for your entire family. They have vendors out there. There's the tiki restaurant where you can eat. You can come and take pictures. Um, and you can have a great holiday experience. Okay, so tonight, Winter Wonderland at the Marina, they have holiday lights and snow, live entertainment. They have the train rides, putt putt, and holiday ice skating. So let me see if I can get some more details. And it starts at 6 o'clock. Um, And I do believe the Motown will be out there tonight. I might have to go out there tonight too. 'Cause I love that group. I want to see them there. Very, very good. Let's see. And then tomorrow, if you want to celebrate Hanukkah, tomorrow from 4:30 to 6:30, you can go out there and celebrate the last night of Hanukkah with Rabbi Namber, Namber, and the Riviera Beach Marina Village Promenade. All right. And then on the 26th of December, we'll be celebrating Kwanzaa over there. So tonight and next week and on the 18th, bring your family out. It's all free from 6 to 8 o'clock. If you have people coming to town that are visiting, bring them over to the marina. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate and listen, for those of you who called me, stop me in the street somewhere, say, "Hey, I really enjoy your live broadcast. Keep it going." I appreciate you. It's something that I enjoy to do. I'm not. Um, I got to figure out how to include my videos, but and get music. Right now, I'm using my little Bluetooth speaker. I have two of them that I use to, if I want to play music or whatever. And it's been a great experience. Again, Mozel, my hats off to you. I really admire you and I thank you for how you have blessed me. That's what I can speak on, and how you collaborated with other people. And the information about Tashina Arnold, that's amazing. I really appreciate you. And if you are just tuning in and missed it, please watch the rebroadcast. Please share. And please, if you want to become a guest on this show, if you have a business or event that you want me to talk about or share, I can add you to my little commercial here, which I'm going to show before I get off again. And I got to go back. I didn't have time to put the music and voiceover on it. So it is what it is with that. But I thank you. I thank you very, very much, Miss J. Thank you for tuning in to my brother. And to all of the Facebook users, thank you so very much. And again, I apologize that I was not able to your name and face if you were watching from the South Florida Gospel News group page or the South Florida Gospel News official Facebook page. I have to StreamYard would not allow your name and face to show. I got to figure out why, but we're gonna work it out. But for those of you who tuned in from my Facebook page, thank you so much. All right, and so with that, I'm going to show this commercial one more time. I'm going to get off here, and if you see me in the streets with my shirt, this shirt was a gift. Wait, let me take this off. Let me take that off. Let me go back to my thing over here. The comments. Oh, I have new comments. It's telling me. I thought I showed them all. Um, we're gonna show Mozel's booking one more time, and I think if it's taking the time to make time, because he's very busy, he made time to come on today. So I'm gonna show this uh, little commercial if it'll let me, and then I'll be done. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you for tuning in. Let me see if I can go back. Can you guys see me counting down these slides? So what this app allowed me to do is to create a upload a PowerPoint presentation. And I did that. So what it was supposed to do is have some music and me talking in the background. However, you know, I ran out of time, but I'm going to show it anyway. All right. So South Florida Gospel News Radio is brought to you by our proud supporters, that being Southeast Country Estates. You can book through Airbnb or 912-590-7339. Latoya's Special Touch. Now, she said she is not taking same day bookings right now, because of the holidays, and she has a schedule. And you want to book early, book in advance. Don't book her around Christmas time because she's a business owner and she might be on vacation. But if you still need Thanksgiving cleanup or whatever you need, call Latoya 561-767-5354. Embracing Winter and The Sparrow Watchers are two great books available on Amazon.com. That's my mom. Mary Hall is the author, and you can order on Amazon.com, search by title or search by her name. Home recovery therapist. This is for my viewers in the Nashville, Riceville, Memphis, Tennessee area. If you want to do some home renovations, you want to hang that new chandelier, put up that new TV on the wall the right way, build a deck in the back, renovate your bathroom, call James for service. The number is 423-218-5879. This is also brought to you by the Florida Black Sports Hall of Fame, who has been generously donating football shoes, track shoes, football tights, jerseys, headbands, and all kinds of stuff to athletes in South Florida. Check out the website, fbshof.org. Also brought to you by the Pitmasters Association. Get your free Pitmasters certificate. Now, a lot of you man the grill at home. You do the barbecuing every year, every weekend. Get your certificate. You're a Pitmaster. Go to pitmastersassociation.com. It's absolutely free. And of course, my books are available. Riviera Beach Moments, Volumes 1, 2, and 3 are available in this Riviera Beach history. Order at Amazon.com. You can order by the title or you can order by my name. I appreciate all of your support. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. I'm over time and I'm going to get off. Please rewatch this video. Watch it while you're at work. Watch it while you're sitting in the bathroom. Watch it while you're sitting in the front of your house watching cars go by. Share this video. Please share through Messenger. Share with anybody you can. Contact me to um, contact me to come on the show. I am open to interviews. Ray Nelson, let's get together and schedule when you'll be able to come on and talk about you. And Ray Quasi Nelson, I guess that was, well, both of y'all named Ray. So I don't know if it was the father or the son that sent that put the comment up. I appreciate you either way. And that's my spiel. I gotta go. I don't want to, but I have things like you I have to do. Let's see. I have one more comment. It says interview with Bella Red, Shabella Red Grayson. If you would have them contact me through email or get me their information, I'll be glad to talk to them on Saturday. South Florida Gospel News Radio is every Saturday at 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. I wanted to do 9 a.m., but Chris said that's too early. Give people a chance to get up, stretch out, and then get on their phones before they get out and start doing stuff in the streets. I love supporting small businesses. Make sure you support a small business this weekend. And I just got a message from my mom. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, closer to the holidays, well, closer to Christmas, let's say maybe Christmas Eve, I might get on here and bring a bunch of people on. I don't know. Because I think I can get like 10 people at the same time um, to come on here and we can have our own Christmas party on here and play some music. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I am so sorry, using my platform for local artists. In Palm Beach County, there's no platform for our local, especially gospel artists, and that's mostly what I I am centered on. It's not like it used to be when we were on the radio at B106.3 FM. The platform is what do you call? They use Walt Baby Love, which is from California, which is a syndicated show. But we don't have an outlet for our local artists to come on and talk about their projects, to play their music. We don't have that anymore. And that's a gap that I hope I am able to fill through my platform. I know that there are others out there that are working to do the same thing, and we can all work towards the same goal to help one another. There's enough room for everybody out here. So that's my lane. So other people have their lane. I built my own freeway. So on my freeway, I will be using my platform to help our local artists, and I hope that they would give me the opportunity to bring them on. One person that I am going to be sending a direct message to him to have him and his wife to come on and talk about his musical career and then how they have expanded into something else with sort of kind of like a couples ministry, which I love. So I'm going to be reaching out to him and his wife and ask them to come on with me one weekend. So next Saturday, I have Derek Stubbs coming on from Freeport, Bahamas. And then on December 18th, I have music mogul Terry Green will be on to talk to all of us here in the South Florida Gospel News Radio Studio. And with that being said, thank you again for allowing me to spend Saturday morning with you. And God bless you. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.